kindly ask you not to take any photographs during the actual ceremony. Once the official photographer has completed taking their photographs, you'll have ample opportunity to come forward and take photographs of the bride and groom at the marriage table. So thank you very much for your cooperation, and please enjoy the ceremony. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please be upstanding for the right of the bride, her father, and the attendants. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Alpha Bank Hotel on this extra special day for Scott and for Louise. Would you all please take your seats? Just a couple of introductions before we commence. My name is Francis Smith, and I'm a Deputy Superintendent Registration Officer, and I have the privilege and the pleasure of actually marrying this great couple here today. My colleague is Karen Burnett, and Karen is the Registration Officer with the legal responsibility of the completion of their marriage entry into the marriage register, the completion of their marriage certificate, which will also be presented to the couple at the end of the ceremony. We are both Registration Officers from the Hampshire County Council's Ceremonies team. Now, today is a wonderful opportunity to bring the respective families and friends of both the bride and groom together in this place to enable you all to witness and to celebrate as they do become husband and wife. Very shortly, I will be asking the bride and groom to publicly declare that they are both free lawfully to enter into this marriage. They will then enter into the contract of their marriage, and there will be an exchange of 2 wedding rings today. However, before we commence with the wedding ceremony, it is a legal requirement now that the bride and groom, that they publicly state their full names before you all. So, Scott, in your clearest, loudest voice without shouting, your full name, please. Scott Anthony Miller. Thank you. And Louise.
Louise Jane Anthony.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have to inform you that this place in which we're now met has been duly licensed and sanctioned according to law for the celebration of civil marriage. And you're all here today to witness the joining in matrimony between Scott Anthony Mills and Louise Jane Allison. And if any person present knows of any lawful impediment as to why this couple may not be joined in matrimony, you should declare it to myself and Karen right now. All the children I ignore. Okay, Scott and Louise, before you are joined in matrimony, I do have to remind you both of the very solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make here today. Now, marriage is a legally binding contract between two people who have chosen to spend the rest of their lives together. It is a solemn union which has been entered into voluntarily and to the exclusion of all others for life. It is also a big commitment which requires love, respect and understanding. Now, marriage should not be entered into lightly, nor should it be lightly set aside. Now, I'm about to ask you to make your declarations to say you're both free lawfully to marry each other. Are you ready to make this declaration publicly? Well done. To you, Scott, first, if you could please repeat after me with the words I am to this question. Are you, Scott Anthony Mills, free lawfully to marry Louise Jane Allison? I am. Thank you now. Are you, Louise Jane Allison, free lawfully to marry Scott Anthony Mills? First part complete. Ladies and gentlemen, it's long been tradition in many parts of the world for the bride's hand to be given away in marriage. And Philip is here today to fulfil this tradition and to formally welcome Scott into his family. Have your left hand just turned upwards. Before you do though, Philip, I'm going to ask you two questions. And I would appreciate a positive answer to that. Are you happy and willing to give your daughter Louise's hand in marriage to Scott? If you don't place a hand in there, just hold those hands together. Philip, you have supported your daughter with love and guidance throughout her life. Today, as you stand beside her, you are publicly acknowledging this love and the support you've given. I'd like you now to shake Scott's hand to welcome him to your family. How about giving your loving daughter a hug and a kiss before she leaves? All right, thank you very much, Philip. Louise, you've invited your family and friends here today to witness your marriage. So I ask you now to respond with the words I do to these two small questions. Do you, Scott, willingly and freely take Louise to be your wife? I do. You promise to love her and to remain true to her for the rest of your life? And Louise, do you willingly and freely take Scott to be your husband?
I do.
You promise to love him and to remain true to him for the rest of your life also? Ladies and gentlemen, the couple will now enter into the contract of the marriage, which is the most important part of the ceremony here today. They will legally be wed on the final actual word that Louise makes on her vows. That's the moment the marriage takes place. Can I ask you therefore all to stand whilst this takes place? Turn your faces together, join your hands. And please just make sure you look into each other's eyes, not at me. This is between you two. To you first, Scott. Just listen to what I'm going to say. Please repeat it. I, Scott Anthony Mills. I, Scott Anthony Mills. Take you, Louise Jane Allison. Louise Jane Allison. To be my wedded wife. To be my wedded wife. Yeah, Louise. I, Louise Jane Allison.
I, Louise Jane Allison.
Take you, Scott Anthony Mills.
Scott Anthony Mills.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
You can relax there. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for standing and sharing. Please have your seats, please. I'm now going to give a very small reading which encompasses about what marriage is and perhaps what it should be. Now, happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage, it must be created. Within marriage, the little things are the big things. For a start, it's never being too old or too proud to hold hands. If you look down now, that's why your hands are out. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day and to try to maintain this. It is laughing together at things that no one else will ever find funny, things that are unique to a very special couple. It's having a big hug now and again, just because you want to. Most importantly, it is at no time taking each other for granted. The courtship should not end with a honeymoon, it should continue throughout the years. It's asking, how was your day? And being genuinely intimate with one another. It's taking time out to have the respect, the care and consideration that's required. Working together is the thing that you should be doing. Now then, for you both today, it's about to start your next little adventure as a husband and wife, but in the knowledge that you are actually surrounded by your family and friends. Scott and Louise, I'll be Karen and myself. do sincerely wish you both a very long and happy fulfilled marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now exchange the wedding rings, which is the ancient and traditional way of sealing the contract of the marriage. Now, these wedding rings about to be exchanged are circular, they're metal, no beginning, no end. But what they do is that they symbolise the love and loyalty which has been shared between two people. Scott, Louise, I ask you to wear these wedding rings with love and pride as a symbol of all that you share, but more importantly, of the lifelong promises that you have made to each other here today in front of your family and your friends. Terry and Alistair, please, could you come forward, please? You've got the ring, which is right, yep. Can you now give that to Scott, please? If you now place that on the Lisa's finger. Face Louise when you say these words. Louise, I give you this wedding ring.
Louise, I give you this wedding ring
as a token of my love and affection.
as a token of my love and affection.
All that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And Louise, can you please respond to Scott with, I accept this wedding ring, Scott,
I accept this wedding ring, Scott,
as a sign of our love,
as a sign of our love,
our marriage,
our marriage,
and my full commitment to you.
and my full commitment to you.
Alistair, the ring now to Louise for Louise. If you now place that on Scott's wedding finger. I give you this wedding ring, Scott, as a token of my love and affection. All that I have, I share with you. All that I am, I give to you. And Scott, in receipt of the wedding ring, I accept this wedding ring, Louise,
I accept this wedding ring, Louise,
as a sign of our love,
as a sign of our love,
our marriage,
our marriage,
and my full commitment to you.
and my full commitment to you.
Can you remain holding hands, please? And Terry and Alistair, thank you very much for being best man. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, just to summarise exactly what's taken place here today, you've all come along and you've actually witnessed that both Scott and Louise, they've both made the declarations prescribed by law to state that they were both free lawfully to enter into this marriage. They have also made a very solemn and binding contract here at the Alva Bank, but more importantly, this contract has now been made in front of you all, their family and their friends. Please always remember today with fondness and very many happy memories. I now have great pleasure in declaring that Scott and Louise, you are now husband and wife. Give your lovely bride a big hug and a kiss. Round of applause. That's what comes out of Mr. Roach's name. Congratulations there, Mrs. Mills. Have a lovely long happy life and look after each other. Okay. Karen's going to go through the registration process with you. Ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to chat amongst yourselves and listen to the music until we finish. Thank you.